Let's cover how the cellular and GPS antennas are installed. The first step is to pick the spot where the antennas will go. You'll want to install the antenna under the top portion of the windshield cowl so it doesn't get covered by the front trunk. You'll also want to avoid any moving components like the windshield wiper mechanisms.
That's where the moving part.
The second step is to mark one of the cables. This will be helpful later. Remove the 13mm battery hold-down bolt on the passenger side of the battery. If it's not disconnected already, disconnect the negative battery terminal and tuck it away into a safe location. This will let you slide the battery towards the passenger side of the car. Moving the battery over will expose the large grommet that we need. From inside, that will look like a large padded grommet directly above the gas pedal with the wire coming out. It's easy to remove the grommet from the firewall. Some instructions might say to push the grommet in.
Okay, I'm upside down inside of the car, and with your left arm you can push it through into the other side, and that should make your life easier.
But what I found actually works better is pushing it front into the frunk to make the slit using a razor blade and screwdriver. Successfully GPS through, and do the same for the marked LTE antenna. So now we take both of these antennas and we find that opening that the grommet came out of, and we put it through the opening into the car.
There we go. Just pull the cables more all over the way through. So the grommet was actually pretty easy to reinstall with one hand. I'm back inside the car. I'll do my best to film and show. Basically, the foam pad peels back here. Then you, with one hand, you push it into the car from the front inside into this area. You peel this foam back, and then you feel around for the lip. Once you get the lip on the firewall, it's actually very easy to reinstall the grommet. It pops right back on. You go around the circle, the grommet gets reinstalled successfully. I'm just prepping and installing where the antennas are going to go.
We're going to rely on the built-in adhesive. If it ever fails, you can always use damage-free stickies or good old-fashioned glue. And it's inside and attached. Press it down for a little bit to let the adhesive do its thing. And for the GPS, now I just make sure the wires are all the way through. And I realized I routed my GPS antenna wrong, so now I'm just going to make sure that it goes around the windshield trim, so that if you ever have to remove your cowl, it's not in the way.
LTE antenna, GPS antenna.
Boom.
It's a little difficult to film because how I'm upside down right now, so I'll just hang outside of the car and show you. The antennas go, I'm gonna put them over this AC line, back through the back of the head unit, and then just route them into this back area. So you can get the cables through by basically putting one hand on the left and touching for gaps around here in this plastic area, and with your right arm you feel for gaps here, and you should feel the cables through next to the thick wiring harness as your reference. And then I was able to use touch to feel a hole, managed to push these two through. And now we're just going to cable manage.
connect into the head unit. I think I'm not even going to cable manage. I'm just going to leave them like this, because that's actually not that bad. But if you do decide to cable manage, and if you have excessive length, then you don't want to coil it like so. You want to fold it back and forth like so. On the head unit, the connectors get connected to GPS at the top and 4G at the bottom. Remember when we marked our cable?